On July 26, 2018, Mark Zuckerberg lost $15 billion in a single day. And that's mainly because Facebook's stock price dropped from $209 to $174, causing the company to lose $120 billion overnight. Just to comprehend that number, that's more than what some of the biggest US companies worth, such as Starbucks. In fact, that's even more than the entire GDP of the largest country in Europe. However, that wasn't a big deal for Mark, since he didn't even leave Forbes' top 10 billionaires list. But you are not Mark, and you can't afford to lose that much and never worry about it, because you don't have that kind of money. In fact, if you even lose $1,000, you probably will have a nightmare. So here are 3 types of companies that you should never ever invest in, because you're almost guaranteed to lose money. Such as when startups decide that it's time to gain the fruits of their hard work, so they go public and sell a big chunk of their company to the world. This is the moment you have been waiting since the beginning. Finally, you can fly private and enjoy the billionaire's life. But that won't happen unless you give this video a thumbs up. Sounds like an exaggeration. As an owner of the company, you understand that the bigger the hype around your company, the bigger is going to be the demand for your stocks. Therefore, the more money you're going to raise. That's why most companies' stock price decline after a day or two of going public, since that hype vanishes and people get real about what this company could possibly accomplish. Facebook, for example, went public at $38 per share. However, within the next 2 months, the stock price only kept declining to $20 before it took off again. Or take a recent example of Lyft, who went public at $78 per share, but then within the next 2 months, it dropped to $51. That's why Warren Buffett never invests in IPOs, and neither you should if you don't want to lose money. Wait till the hype disappears and then make up your mind. The stock market is as much as unpredictable as it's predictable. It sounds a bit controversial, but if you take a look at the market over a long period, you will realize that it follows certain patterns. For instance, a dramatic rise is almost always followed by an even more dramatic fall. It doesn't only happen to individual stocks, but to the markets in general. Because a high demand keeps driving the price up to where the company gets overvalued. But sooner or later, the bubble bursts and the price gets back to what it's truly worth, if not below that, because of snowball effect. When PetroChina's share was dramatically increasing, Warren Buffett instantly sold all of his shares and didn't wait till it reaches its peak, although that he could have made much more since he knows that it's going to crash at any moment. And it's not going to be particularly fun. And that's exactly what happened. Just remember what happened to Bitcoin, for example. After reaching its peak, within a few weeks, it lost half of its value. The lesson is, whenever the price is skyrocketing or shooting through the roof, it's a bad time to invest. In fact, when that happens to the market in general, we get a financial crisis like in 2008, as it happened to home prices. You see, I'm a big fan of Tesla and Elon Musk in general. I love the idea, I love the goal behind it. The product just looks awesome. And I want to invest in it to be part of it. But from a purely investing perspective, Tesla hasn't been the best investment out there. Because Musk is a genius when it comes to generating hype around his companies. And it gets me and many others excited about what Tesla could possibly accomplish. But in practice, things get delayed, deadlines are postponed, and unexpected problems start pumping out, which is absolutely normal. Which is why the hype disappears and investors lower their expectations, so the price naturally falls back. And if you have been one of those people who invested in that hype, you have clearly lost the back. So don't let your emotions ruin your reason, because your main objective is to make money and everything else is secondary.